Hey everyone, this is Corey.
And I'm Ariel.
And you're listening to The Dirt Road Show. Hey everyone, thanks so much for listening to The Dirt Road Show. It's Corey again, and I have Ariel with me. Hello, Ariel.
Hey, Corey. How are you?
I'm good. Yes.
How have you been? Because life's been crazy.
Yes.
Come on. It's been a minute.
Yes, it has. I'm good. It's so good to be back recording the show again, just talking to artists. I have missed this so much.
Yeah.
I'm in Oregon now. Moved back to Oregon, my home state, and I got married last year. So life is just kind of, thank you, just kind of starting to settle down. Thank you. And now I'm so excited that we're back. How are you doing? What's new with you?
Oh, I'm doing great, Corey. I'm back in my hometown of Texas on the Fort Worth side. I'm absolutely loving it. This has just been a really busy season for me, but I'm so excited to jump back into the Dirt Road Show. You and I have always had such a fun friendship and chemistry when it comes to country music and rising country artists. Like all of our trips to Nashville, Corey, and like meeting these people and getting to know their story and get it out there. You and I had a conversation recently and we were like, we need to get back to this. Yeah. And I'm so glad that we are here today doing just that. So
honestly, it's such a joy to get to meet these artists and share their stories and hear their stories. And we had a blast today. We had Charly Reynolds with us. And I'll just tell you guys a little bit about Charly. She is a rising star in country music, captivating audiences with her authentic storytelling and vibrant sound. She's a Florida native, and she's quickly established herself as a formidable singer-songwriter, with her debut album Off the Record showcasing a blend of Nashville twang and Texas dance hall charm, which Ariel loves being in Texas.
Yes, we had so much fun with Charly on the show. We loved hearing about her music and her story and a lot of the stories behind her music as well. So we're going to jump right into that conversation with Charly right after this break.
Hey y'all, we want to invite you to check the Dirt Road Show out on social media and give us a follow, rate, and a review on your favorite podcast platform.
And we want to know what rising country artist you would like to hear on the show. Please send them our way. You can DM us on any of our social media platforms at Dirt Road Show, or send us an email at contact@dirtroadshow.com.
All right. Hi, Charly. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me today.
So we just want to jump right in and just kind of get to know you a little bit. Will you kind of just tell us where you're from and give us the journey that brought you to Nashville and kind of what that looked like?
Of course. So I am from Orlando, Florida, originally. And I moved to Nashville when I was 18 years old. And so 7 years ago now. So I've been here for 7 years. I love it so much. But growing up singing, I sang everything. I loved pop music and country music and Broadway musicals. I mean, I loved everything. Disney princesses obviously loved singing their music growing up. So I was just always singing all the time. And I loved it. And so when I was 12, I saw Carrie Underwood in concert at her Blown Away tour, which is still my favorite album of hers. And I was like, that's what I want to do. Like that right there. I want to tour and sing on stage. And so that moment kind of placed the dream, I would say, in my heart. And I just kind of started singing at everything and started writing when I was 15. Co-writing with some other people, and put out an album and an EP when I was in high school, which has since been taken down, so you can't find that anywhere.
Anywhere? You scrubbed it?
You can find it. I mean, you probably can somewhere, but it's not out for streaming anymore. And then it came time to decide, colleges or what I was going to do after high school. And I was going to go to University of Alabama. And that's what I wanted to go, be a news anchor and go into news broadcasting.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to do, but I did want to do music. I just didn't know how. And
Yeah.
my parents were super um, just very supportive and wanted me to come to Nashville, and were like, you can always go back to college and do that. You need to go to Nashville now and do this. And so
Wow.
without them, I probably wouldn't have been here because I just didn't know how to do this. No one
Yeah.
did. I mean, we all thought when I moved here, I was just going to be like famous tomorrow.
Right.
And it obviously does not work like that. So there's been a lot of learning along the way. And yeah, so there's a lot in those 7 years, but now we've gotten to here. So
Yeah.
it's been great.
I feel like a lot of stories do not turn out like that. I think a
No.
lot of parents are very cautious about their kids moving to Nashville and,
Yeah.
you know, and there's a lot of reservation that comes with that. So how has that like impacted you with your parents, and you have a good support system behind you?
Yeah.
How has that impacted you from the time that they said like, you need to go till now?
Oh my gosh, if I did not have them, just supporting me and encouraging me all the time, there's no chance that I would still
Mhm.
even be
Yeah.
here. I mean, I wouldn't be here from the beginning, but even so, like, I just wouldn't have stayed. Part of me wanted to leave after 3 months of living here because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I'm very much a
Yeah.
planner. I don't like just jumping into something. I'm not spontaneous. I'm not like that. So it was very hard for me to just like go with the punches and not really have any kind of idea of what was coming next. And also, all my friends were going to college and making all these friends and then sororities and doing all the stuff that I thought I was going to do my whole life. And I had no friends, and I worked at Chick-fil-A here in Nashville. I didn't know what I was doing and felt just lost
Yeah.
for a while. So without them just, pushing me and being like, it's going to be okay. Like, you just need to put yourself out there, like just staying very encouraging, I definitely would not have stayed. I went and toured UT actually too, like the first 2 months of living here, because I was like, forget it, I'm leaving. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to college and do the thing. And I'm glad that I didn't. I'm really glad that they stayed, believing in me, and to have them believe in me that much really made me believe in me too, because without that, there's no point in doing anything if you're not going to believe in yourself first.
Yeah.
Is there any like musicality in your family, or like people in your family that like inspired you to do this?
Yeah, so my mom hasn't sang in like 40 years, and she kind of lets me and my brother just sing, and she doesn't anymore, although I wish she would more. But I'm so excited because we just released our own version of Super Trooper by ABBA, and it's amazing. The video is so much fun, and it was so fun for her to like go into the vocal booth and do a music video, because she's never done that before, never recorded a song professionally. And so it was just really cool to be able to experience all of that with her. But it's so Mamma Mia vibes, and that's our favorite movie. That's why we did it. Originally, I was going to do it for her for Mother's Day, but then I like my own cover. But then I was like, I think she'd like to do this with me.
Yeah.
She's a drama teacher, so she's into costumes and all that fun stuff. And there's nothing better than a ABBA like Mamma Mia vibe to do that in. So I'm so excited that just came out, and everyone loves that song. So you can't not love that song.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and so you're talking about ABBA, and like, and doing that kind of song. What brought you to country? Like, how did you find your sound? And what was the distinction there?
Yeah, it was, it took a long time because, like I said, growing up, I listened to everything. I mean, I really had just this broad music catalog that I listened to, from every genre to everything. And I love everything, especially ABBA and pop. Like, I'm really loving that right now. But country has always been my favorite. I grew up hunting and fishing, but I'm also a really big girly girl. So it's like I had that side of me, but I also, the main side is like the girly girl side.
Yeah.
But I did grow up like a tomboy in a way. And I've just always loved country music. My family listened to it growing up. And I love the storytelling aspect of country music. I think the songs can really hit deeper. And I don't know, pop music is really fun, but country can be fun and just very deep and sentimental.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why I love it so much. And so many of my inspirations, like Carrie Underwood and Reba McEntire and Martina McBride, were just such great people to grow up on, to get me into country music. And so after living here for like 5 years, I finally narrowed down like my sound and who I am, and which was so hard because I really did a lot of like pop country in the beginning because it was the thing.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone was doing. So I was like, okay, I like that. Let's do it. But now I've really realized like my favorite stuff to sing on stage is 90s country. That is like my favorite. And so I wanted to kind of trial that and bring a little bit of that into my music. And so mixed with like a little Shania, make it a little modern too. Yeah. And so now we've kind of found that when building my album, half of them were made before we found my sound and some of them were made afterwards. And so like Another Man Will, Blame It on My Boots, and Shade of Blue were made after I figured out my sound. Yeah. And so that's kind of the sound I'm going with moving forward. Because I love it. It's fun. It just brings back, the roots of country music and sounds country, so I'm excited to continue that moving forward.
Yeah. You can definitely hear that kind of like Shania vibe on a few of those songs. It's very fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I love them. And just adding fiddle and steel guitar too was really fun. I've never had those in a song before, which is crazy because I love those instruments so much. So just excited to see how the rest of the music turns out.
So you actually write a lot of your own songs. I almost think, did you write on all of your songs on your album?
Yes, except the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, If I Will Survive. But yes, all the other ones.
Tell us kind of about your writing process and what that's looked like over the years, because you said you've been writing since you were 15. So like, how have you progressed? And what does that look like when you sit down in a co-write or by yourself?
Yeah,
for sure. I would say I really never wanted to be a songwriter. Like I just always wanted to sing and perform. That's what I love to do. That's like where the real passion comes from, to do music. But over the years, moving to Nashville, I should say first, like that's just the thing. You have to write and sing now. There's no just singers. You have to do both. And so I was like, so I started co-writing with people, just random people I meet online or whoever, like on Instagram, asking to write.
Yeah.
And just doing it more, I started liking it more. And getting good songs. And then I realized it's actually really fun. Because writing in high school, like, it was just to have songs out. Like I wasn't trying to write like a number one or anything. I just wanted to put music out. And so then moving here, I realized I kind of tried to challenge myself to get better and better and write more. And even in the last year or so is when I realized like, I'm a songwriter. Like, hey, I can actually write, like I can hold the room with, sometimes a first time like co-write can be kind of awkward because y'all may have never met before. And so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And I feel like one person always usually kind of takes just the reins of like holding the room together, because it's just weird when you get to know each other in the beginning. And so I kind of started feeling like, wait, I'm like confident now, like in my songwriting. I don't have to be like scared or nervous unless I'm writing with like a big writer. But it kind of just in this last year, I was like, oh my gosh, I am like a real songwriter now. I'm not just like an artist. And one of my goals this year is to start writing for other artists and get some songs cut. And just because it's so fun to hear someone else sing the song that you guys wrote, and hear it out in the world. I think it's really fun. I was before more of like a melodies person. So I'd always bring in more so the melodies than the lyrics.
Okay.
But now I kind of feel a little bit better with both in the room. So That's nice. But
Yeah.
I don't write a lot alone. I do more now, but
Yeah.
I usually need someone to help me finish it. I can get like first verse and maybe half the chorus, but then bring someone in to help me finish the rest.
While we're on that topic, who are some of your favorite people to write with?
Oh, lately, or in the last couple months to a year, I love writing with Maggie Reeves and Zachary Mano together. Maggie is incredible. She just got a publishing deal. And literally every time us three write together, we get a great song. We wrote
Yeah.
no, which one did we write? Oh, none of them are out yet. Oh my gosh. I've had them for so long. I'm like, oh, we wrote this one on the album, but none of them are out. Well, they will be. We actually, there's four, and they'll all be coming out this year, next year, at the end of this year. And so they're so good, all of them. We never miss. Knock on wood, we never miss.
We never miss.
Yeah, it's great. We're like, this
I love
is
it.
a team, and we literally write in like an hour to an hour and a half every time.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's just fun and easy, and sometimes there's just groups that you really click with.
Yeah. You get good chemistry.
Yeah. And so, and then another group that's the same way. I love writing with Blaine Younger and Jesse Pugh. Us too. Same thing. We've written twice. The first time we wrote was Another Man Will, and which has been probably my favorite since we wrote it off the album. And then we just wrote another one that will be out this fall called Stir the Pot. And I'm obsessed with it. So I cannot wait for that one to come out too. And it's just nice when you find a group that you really, it's easy and y'all click and your minds kind of think alike. So those are two of my favorite groups to write with.
You also say too, like your influence was 90s country. And I feel like 90s country had a lot of storytelling, whereas today's country doesn't have that much storytelling. It's a lot more girls, trucks, beer, all of that, which is fine. But the original country is the storytelling. And I love that your titles all kind of tell like, and it's almost like a book title.
Yeah.
Like, what am I about to jump into? Yeah.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So creative.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I listened to your album breakdown podcast recently. And you mentioned in there that you had some vocal surgery. Would you tell us about that kind of?
Of course.
Yeah. What was it? What was the reasoning behind it?
Of course. So, what a time. So I used to play downtown on Broadway in Nashville. If you guys have ever been here, it's like the main strip where all the music and all the bands are playing. And I only played twice a week, but that was a lot on my voice, just because it's for 4 hours at a time. And I would do Fridays and Sundays, 2 to 6 every week at Casa Rosa on the rooftop. And I loved it. I mean, it was so much fun. And I got food there afterwards. Like I had a straight routine. I never got sick of the food. It was so much fun and great. But towards the end of the summer, I started having some just vocal issues where my voice would go out. Like after 30 minutes, it would hurt. It was very hoarse. And after just that short of time singing, and it was weird. And so at the end of August, I had a allergist appointment set up one day, and then the next day a vocal, the Vanderbilt Voice Center the next day. Because I was like, it's one of these things. It's either just allergies or I need to check and make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
And that week I also signed my booking deal. So there was just a lot going on. So I went to the allergist. Everything was fine there. Allergic to the same stuff I've always been allergic to. And so went to the Voice Center and they scoped my voice, and your vocal cords are supposed to look like white and just straight. And they kind of just look like that. Mine were bloody and bumpy and swollen.
Wow.
And
oh my gosh.
terrible.
Scary, I guess.
Oh, it was so scary. And I really didn't know much about vocal health at that point. And so she said, like, you have to go on vocal rest for 2 weeks, meaning like you are not allowed to talk. You are not allowed to sing.
Wow.
For 2 weeks. And I had a really big write that like with big writers. And I was so excited about it. It was the next week and I had to cancel. And I was so upset because that was like a once in a lifetime kind of write. And we never got it rescheduled. But I was really just kind of shocked. And so also when you sign with a booking agency too, you don't want to be like, oh, I have vocal problems. Now you can't book me for anything, you know?
Right.
And so did that for 2 weeks, went back in, and then she ended up having me do it another 2 weeks. So I was on vocal rest for a month. No talking or singing. It was the weirdest month.
Did you
ever.
go home? Did you like go to Florida and you just
No,
stayed home?
because I knew it would be too hard not to talk to my family. So I literally just stayed in my house with my dog, and we went on like 3-mile walks every day. I watched so much Real Housewives.
Good for you.
Time.
Yeah.
And stayed quiet. Wow.
Yes, and stayed quiet. And I read like my Bible. I did things that I just I had nothing to do.
Yeah.
I pottery. I went to like a pottery place and just didn't talk, and I just painted. It was a really weird time. So anyway, after the month, I went and sang at this event, this festival that I'd already paid like to go and play. And so we did that. And when I got back, we looked at my voice again, and she was like, you know, I think this is some damage that we're going to have to go in surgically and fix. There was a polyp on one side, but it was mainly scar tissue that was the problem that had built up on my vocal cords that needed to be taken out. Yeah. And so I was like, obviously freaked out, but also because I had actually been in my Bible so much through that month, I was like, you know what? It's going to be okay. Let's do it. I'm trusting that it's going to be fine. And I really was not concerned at all. Like it was so weird. And even the day of my surgery, I had a song.
Surpasses understanding. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. And it was really just like this crazy peace that I've never felt in my whole life over it. And it was almost peace of like, if I'm supposed to sing again, then I will have my voice. And if not, then I'll know that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. And that's a really scary thing. But also, like I said, it was just this peace, this crazy peace over it. And so anyway, I prepared, I made a bunch of TikToks and I had like 3 singles come out during my recovery. I really couldn't sing for I didn't perform again until 5 months after surgery, which is a really long time.
Wow.
It took way longer to recover than they had originally said for me. And so even the day of surgery, I was like, it was delayed by like 2 hours. It just was running behind. And so I was like working on getting my assets like sent for my new single. And my team, my manager at the time and my publicist was like, what are you doing? Like, aren't you supposed to be going into surgery? Like, why are you worrying about all this? I'm like, well, they're behind. Like, let me just get some work done. I'm sitting here and I just wasn't concerned at all. And until, this is where the until comes in. After surgery, I couldn't talk for like a week. And then I went in to talk. And I've actually posted this video on my TikTok before. But I had to read this like paragraph that I've read 100 times because I would go in there and that every time they hook a mic up and then you read the paragraph so they can kind of track how your voice is sounding. Yeah. And nothing came out. Like it was like a whisper, like not even, it was just barely. And because you just think your voice is going to come out sounding like this and there was nothing. And I freaked out. Like I broke down completely and was like, what have I done? Like, I can't believe I've done this. Now there's nothing there. And just this wave of like fear came over me that now it's real. Now maybe I'm never going to get it back. Yeah. And so after like a lot of vocal therapy and speech therapy, part of the problem too going into surgery or going into all of this mess was that I had such a raspy low voice, which rubs your vocal cords together a lot. So that was actually probably 50% of the problem was my speech and my voice, which I definitely have started going back down into that. So I need to remind myself I had to go like in therapy or speech therapy to talk a step higher. It's really weird. So anyway, after 3 months of that and learning how to sing again, learning how to breathe correctly and speak correctly, I finally started performing again after 5 months. But it was I'd say I didn't feel confident until about a year later. with like any shows longer than an hour. It just took a really long time, but it was definitely one of the hardest things I've ever gone through, like in my life. And then the next year I had sinus surgery, like literally a year later to
Oh
fix
my
that
gosh.
too. So it was just a crazy, crazy time, but I really think it was for the best. I learned so much about vocal health and just the importance of warming up. I never warmed up a day in my life before that. So I've learned a lot, and I think it really was a good thing. Even though it was really hard mentally and physically, all the things.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, that was a really long explanation, but
no,
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for elaborating. And something that I know Corey and I both picked up on is that you talked about your faith. You talked about getting in the word and getting, filling your mind and that peace that surpasses all understanding.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, like, how did you get introduced to your faith? What was it? Who was it? And it sounds like it's been a great anchor for you, even where you're at now in your career.
Oh, for sure. And, my parents, I've grown up with them my whole life. My parents are both Christians. We go to church every Sunday and pray before our meals, pray at night, all the things growing up. And during that time, and it's sad because, I've always been a Christian. I've always, had a relationship with Jesus, not just say I'm a Christian, but had a relationship with Jesus. But it really was strengthened during that time because it's sad sometimes you have to go through things like that to really strengthen that relationship, and because there's nothing else to lean on other than the faith that he's going to take care of it. And that is really how I had to go into that. And it sounds terrible, but I've said this before, but without that month too of like nothing to do, there was literally nothing else to do. That's why I read my Bible, because I was like, what else? I'm like scrolling TikTok and watching housewives fight. Like, what else can I do? And so I think it was really good for me to have all that time to get into the word, and like without me even realizing it just strengthening my faith and making me lean on God way more than I ever thought. But that I want that peace all the time. Like it was just this overwhelming, but underwhelming at the same time, like shield of like, whatever happens is how it's going to happen and how it's supposed to be. And if I'm not supposed to sing, then I'll do something else that I love. And now like saying that it's crazy because I'm just like, no, like this is it. This is it.
Right.
This is what Then in that moment, it was just like, I'm good with whatever God has, whatever turns out. And I am in the end, I am now too. But then knowing when there might not be a chance for me to do this at all. It was weird. But I really, especially in this industry, it is so mentally taxing and emotional and just highs and lows like every day, and a lot of lows more than highs, I will say. So it's and a lot of comparison to numbers and streaming and all the things. And it can get, if you're not careful, you can definitely get really depressed and frustrated and in your head that you're not good enough and you're not big enough and no one cares and all this stuff. But that's all BS that doesn't matter. That's that's the stuff that the devil wants you to focus on. But what you should be focusing on is like the gift that you have and the dream that you're chasing and the dream that God put in your heart, not on the things that don't actually matter, at the end of the day. So without my faith, I would have also quit a long time ago because or I'd be a really depressed person. Because I don't know how people, number one, just live life without God and faith, but also do something like this without having that to lean on. Because I don't really know what you're leaning on, like how you go through life without that.
Yeah. It's fixing your eyes on what's unseen rather than the things of this world. Right.
Exactly.
And through that, it's like, I'm pressing on towards the goal. And the goal is that relationship with Jesus. It's like anchoring yourself in, no matter what happens, I'm okay. And I know he's got me. And and there's a peace and a security that comes with that. So I love that you were like, I'm good.
Yeah.
whatever happens, and a lot of people get anxious and they worry and they're like, I don't know what's,
Yeah.
and they drive themselves into a frenzy. And absolutely, I totally agree with you on that Jesus is the anchor
Oh,
in a
100.
lot of this chaos in this world.
Yes. And
Yes.
even with, especially making decisions in this industry I am so indecisive too. Like even about where we're going to eat dinner, like don't ask me because I'm not going to give you an answer. Like I'm not good at any decision making for anything. I've always been like that. And so, I recently just had like an opportunity that I've been praying about for a really long time, and I got it for a TV show. And I was so excited, but I was excited after the fact. I will say, when I got the call, I actually was filled with anxiety and not excited. And I was like, told my roommate, I'm like, why am I not happy? Like, why am I not excited? I'm just stressed. Like now I just feel like anxious and I don't want to do it immediately, like on the phone. And then afterwards, my mom's like, you don't need to worry. It's because you're a control freak. Like you just need to do it because it's unknown, like, and you don't know about it. Like just, be excited about it. So I shoved my feelings down about being scared and anxious, and then got excited, but then got the contract, and it was a whole thing. And I had to decide if I was going to go or not. And I was going to be gone for 5 months. And it was a really hard decision, like really hard. And I decided not to sign it, went to bed, and I woke up and was like, felt such peace over my decision. Like I knew the next day, I was like, if I wake up anxious about this, I made the wrong decision. But I woke up totally fine. Like I was so glad. And then that week I was introduced to like 3 publishers and record label people, like out of the blue, walked up to me like in the airport and at this place. And it was such a God thing. Like and it sounds crazy. I'm not trying to sound like over spiritual or something.
Yeah.
It really was a God thing. Like I met more people that week that have now helped my career and are continuing to help my career than I have in my 7 years of living here.
Wow.
Like after saying no, because sometimes I think we think like every opportunity should be a yes, like take every opportunity. But that wasn't really an opportunity for me as much as it was for the TV show. If that makes sense, it's really just them having me for entertainment. And so it wouldn't have really benefited me at all.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes we just have to like take a step back and be like, is this my opportunity? Like, is this the right thing or not? And, but I knew. And then after that week, I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like just all these introductions, and that ones that followed through, too, just like helping me set up meetings with publishers and writers and getting into bigger rooms and all these things, and managers were just like thrown my way one after the other. It was crazy. So go with your gut. That's what I thought.
Yes.
I was like, see, I should have just listened to my gut from the beginning. Like I already knew this was not going to be the right thing for me. But it's crazy. But anyway.
No, thank you for sharing all that, Charly. That's really encouraging and just cool to hear. And it is neat. It's definitely biblical that like the Lord uses the hard things that we go through to kind of strengthen our faith and our dependence on Him. So that's awesome.
For sure.
I'm going to kind of change gears a little bit here. On your podcast, you like to do this or that with your guests. So we want to do it with you because we want to hear your answers for some of this stuff. I'd love to. So, all right, we're just going to start naming off. All right, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, I actually don't drink coffee.
Really?
Weird. I don't drink any caffeine in the mornings. I don't know how.
I don't either.
Yeah. I'm not a big coffee unless it's wintertime. Then I'll drink some coffee when it's cold. But other than that, nope. Tea girl.
Mountains or beach?
I like both, but I'll say beach. If I had to choose where to live, I would do the beach.
You have to because you're from Florida,
I know. After being there last week, especially, I'm like, no, every day I would be at the beach for sure.
Yeah. Cats or dogs?
Dogs, 100%.
Books or TV?
TV. Yeah. I'm a reality
Real Housewives.
freak.
Yeah.
Yep. I watch all the trash TV. I hate to say it.
Same, girl.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sunshine or rain?
Sunshine for sure. Although I do like a rainy day sometimes because it's just kind of nice if you don't have anything going on and it's like storming outside. That's my favorite. But
Yeah.
I'll take a sunshine day if I'm busy.
Chris Pratt or Chris Evans?
Who's
This is
Chris
aging us.
Evans?
Stop
Wait,
it.
why do I not know who that is?
Captain America.
Oh, I've never seen that. Wait, let me look up a picture. Hold on.
I was going to say, I think we have our answer then, but maybe not.
Chris Evans, actually.
Okay.
I'll have to watch that movie.
Oh, yeah, you will.
It's awesome.
Summer or winter?
Summer,
Night in or night out?
night in. I'm very much a homebody.
Nice.
I used to be like, I love to go out, but now I think since COVID, I love being in my house. I love being home with my robe, watching TV. It's like my favorite thing to do. Sounds terrible, but
There's
I love
enough
being a grandma.
going on.
Yeah. I love being a grandma at home. It's my favorite.
Driver or passenger?
Driver. Everyone talks about a passenger princess. That ain't me. Like, no, I like to drive. It's a control thing, probably. Of course.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The first step is admitting it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
There
true.
you go.
Okay, sunrise or sunset?
Oh, probably sunset. I like the idea of a sunrise, but I feel like sunsets are prettier.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Yeah, I
right.
agree.
You did
Yeah.
great. You did great at answering those
You
questions.
passed.
You passed.
Yeah, those are fun. I like those.
Uh,
It's awesome.
so you just dropped the ABBA song with your mom, which is fantastic.
Yes.
What else do you have coming up in the near future that we can look forward to hearing?
Of course, so I've been releasing the live acoustic versions of my album since March. And so there's one like every 2 weeks that's been coming out. And so the end of that, the whole album will be done and finished at the end of August. I believe it's August 30th or 29th. But it's the very end of August. And so I'm so excited for just all of those songs to be out and done for everyone to hear. But it was really fun to strip back all of the songs on the album, especially because some of them weren't ever raw like that. Some of them we wrote with tracks, like with the track guy in the room. So we never really heard it on just guitar. And so I love hearing them with guitar, fiddle, and cajon. And they were all shot live.
Oh, neat.
And yeah, it was really fun. We shot them all in one day, which was dumb on my end because I was like, yeah, we'll just get them all done like at one time, not even thinking about like me, like singing the whole time.
Being a person, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what was I thinking? And we were on a time crunch. It was crazy day, but we got it all done because I wanted there to be video content for it too. So we videoed all the live tapings of it. And I just can't wait for these last ones to be out. And I Will Survive is a really cool vibe, acoustic. So I'm excited for that one to come out. Yeah. But yeah, it's been fun releasing them throughout the year. And it's been different for me because I normally am putting out new music, like, songs nobody's heard yet throughout the years. And so this year was a little different, just putting out different versions, but of the same songs. So it was fun. But I thought the album needed a longer life than what, at Christmas time, I feel like everything to me stopped because I'm like, oh, the album's been out. It's a new year, new music. But like, no, I just put out 12 songs. Like they need to be heard out in the world longer. So that's why I decided to do the live versions and they've gone over well. So can't wait for the full thing to be out.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Thanks.
And what about touring for the rest of the year? Will you be touring?
Yes. So me and Bells just announced we are going on tour together, co-headlining again. We love doing that. We're also like best friends, so it's just really fun to be able to go on the road together.
Awesome.
It's like a sleepover every night. It's fun and we enjoy it a lot. But we did the Behind the Guitar tour in the winter and spring, a little bit into the spring, and so now we're doing it in the fall. I think we have 15 dates, if I'm correct. We're still getting some more added to that as well. So we'll be in California and Texas, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Georgia, a bunch of places. So be sure, if you're listening and you live in any of those places or other places that I didn't mention, just still go check it out. We do like a acoustic show. One of us opens the show, one of us headlines. We kind of just switch and flip flop that with the shows. And it's just an intimate, cool, songwritery type of show. And we interact with the audience a lot and talk to them. And so it's really fun. So we're excited to do that through November this year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where can people find the touring information?
Yeah, you can find it on my website at charlyreynolds.com/tour. And it's all posted there.
Okay. And then finally, where can people follow and support you as well? Is that the same website?
Yes. So my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all the things are Charly Reynolds Music. And it's CHARLY Reynolds Music. There's no E in there. So I have that. And then you can also follow my podcast if you want. HR, the one that she was talking about. So it's the HR podcast.
Charly, you've been in Nashville for 7 years, have gone through quite a bit of adversity, it sounds like, too, just in your journey as an artist. What advice would you give to an aspiring artist who's dreaming of pursuing a career in country music?
Yeah. Oh, that's so hard. I used to have one answer. I used to say yes to every opportunity, but I will say that, but with a grain of salt because of what I just said about the TV show thing. Mm-hmm. Take every opportunity that you feel good about along the way. Don't be lazy. Mm-hmm. Don't ever think that you're above anything either. I will say, like, Broadway, when I used to play down there, people would hate on it. Like, people in the industry sometimes like to hate on playing on Broadway. But for me, it was one of the best things I ever did for my career was playing down there because I treated it like a show. Like, I made fans down there. I played my own original music. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to work, like going to make money at this gig. Yeah. Like, I hate having to go. It was like, nope, I got a show today. Like, let's really try to build the fan base. And so just always take the opportunity. Don't get lazy. Really just believe in yourself, because if you're not believing in yourself, other people are going to know that and see that. Because how are you going to expect other people to believe in you if you're not believing in yourself? And I had to learn that in the beginning too. Being a shy young girl, like, if I'm not being confident, why would they be confident? Like, that I'm ever going to be anything, you know? So I think that confidence is key for sure.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you, Charly, for coming on the Dirt Road Show and just for sharing so much about your story and the passion behind your music. It has just been a blast to have you on. And frankly, I am going to do my darndest to try to come see you live sometime.
Yes.
So I look forward to that.
Fun. Yes. Well, thank you both for having me. I really appreciate it.
Wow, what an incredible interview we just had with Charly Reynolds. She was such a great interview today. Corey, what were some of your favorite points that we talked about today on the show?
I mean, I have to say her story about having vocal surgery and kind of overcoming that thing in her life was my favorite, and just how she got through it and how Jesus got her through it. That was definitely, and I honestly really want to see her live now, see her in bells in that like acoustic show. That just sounds like a blast. How about you? What was your takeaway?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I would love to see her live, and I know you're in Oregon and I'm in Texas, and that would be a little bit difficult, but one of these days we have to make it happen because, you know, that would just be a dream come true. Some of my favorites were, she said, don't say yes to everything. And I think in our lives, we can get so inundated with like, yes, 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 take the opportunity, jump through hoops, like do what you have to do, grind, grind, grind. And sometimes you need to say no. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes it's just going to be that's not for me. And I really appreciated that she has the experience to look at that and the maturity to say, nope, like I don't have a peace about it. I'm not going to move forward in that. And I really, appreciated that about her, and that it wasn't all about the grind. There was a peace there and a trust in the serenity of the process, you know? So I really appreciated that about her too.
Yeah. Well, she was just a blast to have on. She seems like she'd be really fun to hang out with. So everybody go listen to her. And while you're at it, follow us on our social medias. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on your favorite podcast catcher. And we will talk to you next time.
Who's Chris Evans?